Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, we won that competition. That's great for all of us. That's really good. As a community, we all clubbed together there and we voted. I even voted for myself because you can join the site and vote for yourself. And obviously, I'm going to vote for myself. And it's a community win. Okay, it's brilliant. And and we are a community of people. CoinsKid is a community of people that are sharing interest in crypto, and we're all moving forward in this space. Okay, and we're all learning together. And all I'm doing in the charts here right now is just relaying a message, okay? That's all I'm doing, is relaying what I see. I'm not always going to be right, I'm not always going to be wrong, but, I'm just relaying what I see. And basically right now, XRP on the weekly time frame right here, it's showing relative strength. There is a possibility of a sort of little rollover. I've told you that, haven't I? Potentially if you do start to see the weekly 20 lost, then you've got this lower level down here, the 0382 Fibonacci retracement just there at 041512. And with that, if we was to sort of get that roll, this is where you could see in the RSI, okay, XRP roll over and come down to this level here, creating this hidden bullish divergence in the RSI where you create a low and a lower low, but in the price action you create a low and you create a higher low. That's called a hidden bullish divergence. It's basically a big tick to a confirmation of a trend, and effectively, obviously, at the moment there you're rolling over, aren't you? So you find a base and a low, and then you start to pick up and march onwards and upwards in the market there, forming a nice reversal. So we are anticipating that. That's if that support's lost. I don't want you to think, oh shit, it's going to zero. It is actually printing a relatively nice reversal pattern if it was to do something like that. But you could bounce here, and there is a medium line in here, a level of resistance and support that you do need to pay attention to for XRP, because you can see when you're above it, that's when you're in the uptrend, okay, and when you fall through it, that's when you're in the downtrend right there. Do you see that? So yeah, just there you was up it above, and you fell back to support for continuation. Just there you fell under it. Okay, that was a capitulation event just there for XRP, with the SEC case right there, driving it into the floor, running out of sellers, running out of momentum basically. I mean, again, look at the stock RSI in the absolute floor there for the continuation of that wave, and that peak there of wave 1 before having this deep wave 2 pullback for XRP right here. And that's what we're going through. So potentially, if you do start to break above this level right now and hold it as support, this in itself is a bit of a nice signal. You're looking for continuation and more upside, just looking at the weekly RSI, but the stock RSI, is in the floor basically, completely oversold on that level right there. So that's always indicative of, a bottom is very, very close, because you can see I've spoke so many times, this is a really good indication of a bottom and a floor in the trend basically. The MACD could do with falling a little bit lower and potentially coming under the histogram, and this is the scenario in which you could potentially see this further sell-off and this little bit of a rollover just there for XRP, potentially, if it does come down to the 0382 and that particular level there, that's going to be a really fruitful thing for all, in my opinion, but again, not financial advice. And that's where you will see the rollover create this hidden bullish divergence before getting a reversal and continuation in the market here. So yeah, do come to your charts, come to the weekly, drop the RSI in, and you can see that this is acting as a key level of support and resistance in the cycle of XRP at the moment. Okay, so this is a really interesting line that we do need to pay attention to moving forward, because if we was to come up to it, hit it as resistance, that in itself, is a bit of a short opportunity right there. Because I'm going to be frank with you, you can make money on the way up, you can make money on the way down. Okay, and that's why I always say things like, lose support, go short, because if you do lose support, there is an opportunity to sort of trade that event and obviously make money. Okay, so yeah, that's basically XRP covered on the weekly. What I'm going to do right now for you is zoom in on the hourly time frame, see what we can see. Okay, so as you're fully aware then, on the hourly time frame, we ran into this level of resistance here, haven't we, of this reversal wave we were hoping to achieve. Okay, because obviously we've broken out of this level of resistance just here, which is this broadening descending channel, which I've told you about is quite a bullish reversal pattern in itself. Okay, you're forming this sort of channel, which is good, which is, it's ugly, it's horrible because you're falling, but eventually when you do break the resistance, you can come up to where you formed it basically. But yeah, we was hoping that this particular reversal wave here would break this 0618, and this is where you ran into resistance before rolling back, and you've actually come back into the pattern. Just like I said yesterday, if you do start to come back into the pattern, it's not necessarily a good thing. You've got a bearish cross on the hourly time frame here. So currently, you reversed the trend here. You was just there, you're reversing the hourly uptrend. Like I said to you, the trend is your friend until you break the trend, make a new friend. Uptrend, 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 holding support. You ran into resistance, you roll back, You've lost this support, okay, and now you're in a downtrend basically, because you're hitting your head, so on the hourly you've created a bearish cross on the hourly time frame. You fell under the key level of support just here. We needed to see this support hold, because this was confluence of the fact that once you break this level of resistance, this green line as resistance, okay, if this downwards channel that you find yourself in, resistance, 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 do you see this? This was confluence of the fact that if you come up and break these key levels of resistance, you're looking at reversal here, coming back up to the target of a WW bottom, and obviously, as you're fully aware, the ascending triangle, okay, and then obviously with that you can come back and form that big reversal wave which we're looking for, and that in itself is a reversal. But we're not getting it, are we? We're not getting these reversals. You know, even here we had a sort of fake out, ran into a level of resistance, rolling back into the pattern and falling out of that larger ascending triangle which we've spoken about so many times here for XRP. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see that? And that's the primary target down there at 0.4460 cents. Okay, so that is potentially why you could see that rollover in the charts coming back down to that particular pattern that I'm showing you on the weekly time frame. Doesn't mean it has to happen, okay, because you know we are still here at the moment, but we are falling out of this level of support right now, and obviously you're fully aware with this ascending triangle as well, which I spoke to you, and effectively, you know, the W double bottom, okay, that level of resistance just there. You broke resistance, come up, you've hit your head, you roll back over, you basically had a bit of a throwback. It's called a throwback, okay, so it's a bit of a fake out. There was a nice bit of volume there, to be honest with you, but not as much volume as you want to see on a break of resistance. You want to see a chunky bit of volume and follow through, basically. You know, it's not really there at the moment for XRP, so you know that's why we've had this bit of fake out and effectively a throwback, come back into the pattern. You formed a bearish cross just here on the weekly, on the hourly time frame. You're under resistance, so right now there's more bias to the fact that potentially you're going to roll over again, okay, so do anticipate that. Okay, so from here right now, if we continue to hit our head, you are looking at a correction of around about 26% for XRP, okay, and that would bring you down to this target out of this ascending triangle and effectively a WW bottom as well, just because you're losing the support just there. Do you see that? You're coming back up to it though, I'll be honest with you. You're having a go at trying to get back through it, but that's what happens, you see. When you lose support, you come back up and have a go, and if it continues to be resistance, this way you can see the continuation of the pattern, basically. And like I said to you, you know, the pattern that's in play is valid until invalidated away, and so far you've broken out of this ascending triangle, okay, but keep in mind you did break out just there, and then you had a throwback. So are the whales toying with us, and at the minute you're looking bad, but then you come back up and you have another throwback. So do anticipate that, okay, you know. So what we do need to see, obviously, if you know, is consistently hitting its head on the 20, because right now you are in a bearish cross on the 20, okay. So if you continue to hit your head, this is what's going to happen right now. You're going to be forced down here like this, okay. You're going to lose this level of support, okay, which is a Fibonacci extension, isn't it? Okay, and if you lose that support, then there's high confidence of the fact that potentially right here you're forming a new impulsive wave down. Okay, and that impulsive wave down is a continual of the trend of this impulsive wave, retracement impulsive wave. Do you see that? So this is one big, I mean, it's congested on the hourly, but it's better for me to show you on the hourly. But on the 8 hourly, you'll see it's looking at an impulsive wave, retracement, continuation of an impulsive wave, potentially bringing you down to this level, you know, which is under the 55 EMA on the weekly, and it looks bad, but you could actually come down to that level and wick off it, create that nice bullish, hidden bullish divergence on the weekly as well, and potentially this could be your bottom for XRP, okay, in this market, before we get that reversal signature, and this is the valid bottom, and we do start to pick up for XRP. So do anticipate that, okay. This is the primary target of that larger ascending triangle, which we gave you from here, okay, and you can see it's on its way, isn't it? And unless you come back up and break the resistance of this particular channel where you broke out, you know, you was on your way, you was almost getting there, but you got rejected off the Fibonacci retracement just there, the golden ratio, okay, the golden pocket. That's where you retrace to, and this impulsive wave retraced, now it's continuing with the trend. Do you see that? So yeah, I mean, you could still pick up here, okay. It's not completely going to go in the floor. I want to reassure you that, and it is all related to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does pick up, okay, then the market will pick up, and you'll see sort of Bitcoin break them key levels of resistance, which we are targeting if you follow the Bitcoin video, okay, and the Bitcoin updates. If it does pick up, great. You know, you're going to look at XRP, and that's going to pick up as well and break these key levels of resistance. But right now, the target is, unfortunately, you've lost this level of support just there. You're hitting your head. This is the target, unfortunately. Okay, so do keep an eye on that. But again, obviously, you know, you've got to break these key levels of support to actually fall back down to that target. Do you get that? Yeah. So yeah, that's its destination at the moment, because obviously it's fallen out of this pattern. Okay, the ascending triangle. Boom, 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 boom. See you later, alligator. Go short. So yeah, that's XRP in a nutshell. It's unfortunate because, you know, these little events here, we have been through this before. Where we picked up and it was looking really, really well, but then you come up and you're hitting your head on resistance and you're rolling back. It's numerous times in this downtrend that we've all got excited that we're getting a reversal right here, but obviously we're running into key levels of resistance, and it's a continuation of a downtrend, unfortunately. And if we take a look at the daily time frame right now, okay, for XRP, and get rid of all the drawings, you're going to see that we're hitting ahead on the daily 20, and that's the primary thing that we do need to see. That looks a little bit of a rising wedge on the daily as well, and that effectively is a reversal pattern. You know, I won't draw it, but when you lose support of these, okay, you tend to roll back and come to where you form a rising wedge. Do you see that? You know, just like this one here, there's a rising wedge, and what happened when you broke it, you fell back down and you come back down to where you formed it. Do you see that? So do anticipate this is a bit of a reversal pattern and a negative pattern in itself, unless you can get a pickup and break up against a level of resistance. And obviously the primary resistance that you want to see broken for XRP on any of your projects, not just XRP, okay, is the daily 20. Get above that and you can see that's what you ran into it as resistance. We had that beautiful close for Bitcoin on the daily above a 20, okay, but then it got rejected and it's come back down. And if it had carried on, XRP would have been carried with it, okay? So do anticipate that. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's flying, XRP's flying. So right now, okay, you're under resistance, you're in a downtrend, bearish cross, you're in your head, until you break that level of resistance, the daily 20, you know, don't get too excited. You are potentially coming lower, forming a double bottom, and if that bottom's lost, obviously I've given you the 41 cents target down there. Okay, so that's XRP. Take care, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with an update on XRP. Stay healthy, stay tuned. A reversal will come soon, and when it does, it'll be fruitful. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye bye.